Corals house about 25% of biodiversity in the ocean, but they don't take up very much space when you look at the size of the oceans themselves. They provide a home for a lot of different species, and they're the ecosystem engineers or the builders, the keystone species of the reef. So without them, there wouldn't be all of these amazing fish and invertebrates and different animals. So they're really like the foundation. My name is Anika Parry. I am a PhD student at King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, and I study coral metabolism and physiology. My role on OceanX is mainly working on coral respiration. So I'm collecting corals from the mesophotic zone, and I'm conducting experiments to assess how much oxygen they consume. Because of the prevalence of mass coral bleaching events over the last decades, there has been a lot of interest in shallow water coral research. However, as we go deeper down into the ocean, we have different zones of coral reefs. So there's the shallow ones that most people would be familiar with, but then as you go further down and the light decreases, we have a zone called the mesophotic zone. And this is between about 30 and 150 meters below the surface. There's less light available for photosynthesis. What we're doing at the moment is we want to understand what oxygen consumption of these deep sea corals are. So corals don't have lungs, but we're essentially measuring how much they breathe and how animals can adapt to live in really low oxygen environments. These corals would never experience light in their normal environment. So we don't want to introduce things to our experiment that are not natural. One of the hypotheses is that the mesophotic may provide a thermal refugia for shallow water corals because it's going to be a bit cooler than the surface. So as the water temperature increases, their oxygen demand becomes higher, especially as the world is warming. Studying these corals is really important because it allows us to know how much further things can increase before this ecosystem will collapse and how we can try and stop them from reaching that point. The oceans cover a large part of the globe, and it does so much for us in terms of ecosystem services such as carbon storage. It provides oxygen, it provides food for so many island communities. And when you start to learn and understand about the ocean, I think that people will feel more inspired and feel the need to protect it.